So those are one of the studies that people they used to look forward to. Okay,
Yeah,
doctor, lawyer, and
yeah,
business. But now we have a thing of business now. Like many persons.
Yeah, a lot of people study international
international
business
business.
or
Business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But the thing is with the medical field is that everybody watching the doctors
yeah,
and the nurses and thing, but they forget the poor lab.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
The
That's true.
poor
Yeah,
lab. Listen,
That's a core.
listen.
yeah,
We the spine of the hospital.
exactly,
Now.
exactly, exactly.
Listen, when doctor listen, I
They depend on your results,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Basically, and you have to be like keen adherence.
Yeah,
You can't mess around in there.
exactly, exactly.
And I think that's why I think when my OCD come in,
Yeah,
because I'm very particular with how I'm working,
yeah,
and and it's just why you just can't make a mistake. You can't afford it. You can't afford it.
yeah,
I can't afford it.
exactly, 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 exactly.
So yeah, but
So you did. So when you started you said the first 2
The
years
first
you
2
were
years,
you were
yeah.
doing the general, and then after
Yeah.
that you specialized.
Yeah,
What
so-
did you specialize?
so I specialize in biology verdieping.
Mhm.
So you get like klinische chemie.
Yeah.
You get hematology
Mhm.
and you get klinische. Well, I said already klinische chemie, and of course you get. It's basically you learn the anatomy of the body and you learn how the chemical processes that's working in body.
Yeah,
So basically, like basic stuff like your blood sugar.
mhm.
You know, that's chemistry.
Yeah.
C6, H12O6.
Yeah,
You know, so yeah, that's basically chemistry, and all those processes were happening in your body every day. So like you have like your liver function, your
Yeah.
kidney function,
Uh-huh.
all those you just tested blood.
mhm.
Your liver function, that's the enzymes. There's the enzymes was help your liver break down toxins in
Yeah.
the body, you understand? So that's how you could tell if somebody drink alcohol last night or
Yeah.
the night before, they go take a blood test.
Yeah.
The alkaline and gamma GT gonna be elevated.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you know if somebody is alcoholic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
not really alcoholic, but you want to
They
test if
consume a lot of-
they consume a lot of alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow.
That does make you in any way, shape, or form health conscious to yourself,
Yeah, because I don't drink and I don't smoke
Yeah.
neither.
and it's because of going through
And
this.
because and everything is not only because of that, but of course we're going out of 7 Adventist.
Yeah,
And we have well I mean everybody different of
yeah,
course.
yeah,
But for me, if you say don't drink, God say the Bible say don't drink, I ain't drinking it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean it say wine is a mark of strong drink, who partake of it is who partake of it is not wise. But I ain't gonna drink it at all because
Yeah.
it say if you drink it, you do
But
it in
in-
moderation.
Yeah,
If you do it in moderation, I mean
It's
hey,
fine,
that's no
yeah.
problem. But I say, boy, you know what, me gonna do that all.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but
Which
in
is
the Bible,
understandable.
they also say God turned water into wine. So
Well, don't forget it, but for the next podcast. For the next podcast.
that's just a joke.
Yeah. But it really did make me more health conscious than what I was because as go back to sports, like I always wanted to have the edge on somebody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So like I didn't want to consume nothing that's gonna hamper my body
Yeah.
from performing at a high level.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I would always want to be the best. Just have that extra edge over
Yeah.
somebody, So that's why I always took my body serious.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why too, and being in the lab now, you learn all these different kind of things and how your body does work. And
Yep.
boy, if I do this, boy, my body won't give me this output.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? So it really kind of cemented my in my choices.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
being a lab tech,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Now I know you're working here as a lab tech.
Mm,
What was the experience like the difference between working in Holland
mm.
in the lab to here in the lab itself? I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Well,
the differences.
the thing is with lab,
Mhm.
it's broad.
Yeah,
So you get chemistry, you can work in environmental lab, you can work anywhere. Basically, lab people they need lab techs all over the world.
yeah,
But before I came down to Holland, before I came out of Holland, I was actually working in an environmental lab, Eurofins Omicron,
yeah,
and did us
Can you?
tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did us test basically water, ground, and did us test also water, ground, and and watergrond and some other thing you suggest. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I was on afdeling water.
Uh-huh.
So there we used to basically test for polycyclic aromatics, so cold water stuff. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember
Oh.
it in
Talking
English.
about research?
Yeah, I don't remember it in English.
Might as well talk Chinese.
Yeah. So, and we used to test for
Come on, some
allergens,
food.
allergens and oil in water.
Uh-huh.
So, all over Holland have verontreiniging.
Yeah.
And there is tests to make sure all those like vergiftiging and stuff don't.
For people who don't know what it is in Dutch,
Yeah, it's like how must I say?
I understand it difficult because you learn some
Yeah,
terminology
yeah,
in
and
Dutch
that, yeah,
that
for
in
the
English you
translate.
can't.
And I-
Sometimes they have a conversation, you still consider Dutch
Yeah.
word.
Exactly.
I thought I have that
Okay,
theory
that's
so long,
okay.
but yeah, it's like waste
Yeah.
in Holland.
Uh-huh.
The waste, so they have to check the waste to make sure that, or even sell wastewater from animals and stuff to make sure they don't have these like the polycyclic aromatics
Yeah.
water stuff and halogens in the water and stuff like that. And also
Okay.
we used to test for an oil
Yeah.
because people throwing oil on the sink, so they're measuring to see how much oil.
Ah, okay.
how much
Okay.
Oil in the asphalt stuff,
Yeah.
basically. So
All
even
of that.
even fresh, even drinking water, we
Testing that.
test for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine. But before, what made you even want to go back to Statia? Come down to Statia?
Well, we get into the hard part now. Because I was working already in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And that job was just temporary because I couldn't get a job in a hospital as yet.
Okay.
Because to be honest, to work in a hospital, they want people with experience.
Yeah.
Because they deal with like live.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they rather have somebody with experience. So while I was finishing up my school and the company where I was working for, I was doing my stage there.
Yeah.
And they had took me on as an employee
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting for my diploma, so I could continue working.
Yeah.
But then I got a call, your father have cancer.
Oh.
So
What kind of cancer did he have?
well, they found a tumor in his small intestine,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that he had a tumor for a while, and and I think what happened. So after they find the tumor, they went to Colombia and everything, and they told him he's gonna need surgery. But the thing is, the tumor had already metastasized,
Yeah.
so it already spread.
Yeah.
So what it did, he had almost a 12-hour surgery,
Yeah.
and they
Ooh.
removed 30 centimeters, 30 centimeters of his small intestines,
Yeah.
just to make sure that they grab
Everything. Yeah.
But turns out that, well, they grabbed it, but and it was during COVID time, and when he had his surgery,
Mm-hmm.
everything went good. But when he came back out of Colombia,
Yeah.
and that's when I came down from Holland, because when I got the news, like I didn't have my diploma yet, and I was like finishing up.
Yeah.
So I said, listen, I could talk to my father, and he was on his way going to Colombia. I said, Daddy, I coming out, because I don't know how,
Exactly.
what happen,
Yeah.
and he said, Ro, this is why I miss that man so bad. He said, this is exactly what he said, Ro, you're gonna be there for a reason. If something's supposed to happen to me, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is how life's supposed to be. You're supposed to bury me,
And
You're
not the
supposed
other
to
way
bury
around.
me and not the other way around.
Yeah.
But everything in God's hand. Just do what you're supposed to do and finish up. Well, I tell you, that broke me, boy.
Yeah. I could imagine.
Yeah, because the next morning I on my way going to work, and like I broke down crying on the station because I couldn't hold it no more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I broke down crying on the train station, and like, boy, you gone putting through all this work, to
You want him to see.
yeah,
You
to
know?
see like, I could take care,
Yeah.
task, so you could relax,
Yeah.
but it turns out that wasn't the case, and so after I broke down and crying, and I reached on a job site, my mentor or my begeleider saw me, and he was like, my eyes was like bloodshot red,
Yeah.
and he's like, Rojay, what happened? And I said, yeah, they just found a 30 centimeter tumor. Well,
Yeah.
I mean a mass, sorry, on his small intestines, you
Yeah.
know. And he told me, well, take some days, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I took some days, and you know, I felt a little better. I spoke to him, and he said everything, you know, looking good. They're gonna operate him and stuff. So now, after the operation, now, everything went good. He came back to the Netherlands, to
Statia.
Statia. And that's when I flew out. And I had an amazing mentor, Mini Wim Coppola.
Yeah.
I still have his. I had to mention him because you know he was very, a very. I always he was one of the best mentors I ever
Yeah.
had. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he said, Rojay, I'm going to get your diploma earlier than everybody else so you could leave the country
Yeah.
to go to see your father. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I said, I really appreciate that, you know. And that's the next thing too. Like when you're away and you have people seeing your potential, they seeing that you're
Yeah.
working hard and you're putting that extra effort, they will always put that extra effort back.
Exactly.
into you.
Exactly.
You understand? So when he saw that, he told me, well, Roger, I got my diploma the Monday, but the Wednesday I wasn't certified. And then he said, still for my ceremony, nothing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
grabbed my
Yeah.
diploma and everything, and I wrote out.
That's
and
all counted.
Yeah, and I came
Yeah.
down, you know. So yeah, so after I came down here, in February.
Did he get to see your diploma?
Yeah, he got to see my
Okay.
diploma, he got to see me finish and everything because he was good.
Yeah.
Like, because when he finished with his surgery, he came out and we used to go walking on the beach to get him strong again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, so he had to go back down to Colombia
Mm-hmm.
to get his radiation.
Yeah.
But during COVID, everybody was like sealing off, like cutting off everybody, you know, from getting healthcare.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
COVID was the epidemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what happened to the diabetic patients? What
Exactly.
happened to the cancer patients?
Exactly.
What happened to these chronically ill patients? You know what I'm saying? And it kind of hurt me because like you're paying insurance to those for people to send you to those places to
Yeah.
get better healthcare because of course we live on an island. It's hard to get certain
Yep.
healthcare here. And
Yep.
so after that, it probably had spread and it touches pancreas.
Ooh.
And once cancer touches your pancreas,
Uh-huh.
that's it.
it.
And you knowing that from
the
what you study,
yeah.
you know, you.
So when I because I used to go home, take his labs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you seeing like the cancer markers just elevated, and I'm like, yo, this thing I can't like.
Mhm.
Mm.
You know, and it was just like at that point in time, that's why in a lab in bigger labs they don't have numbers. I mean they have numbers, they
No
don't
name.
use names.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand? Like, well, in the end product you have the name and the lab form, but while you're busy testing it's just a number.
Okay.
Because when you see somebody and know it's gonna hamper your critical
Exactly.
thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? And I was starting to see that with my father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, you know what, I can't, you know, so I had to take some time off from work, you know, just to deal with it and recoup myself.
Yeah.
And after when you get results, you say, yeah, you can't go Colombia and this and that, but then after it touches pancreas, it went to his liver.
No.
And that only took like from February, he passed away in August, but that just goes to show you how fast that cancer has spread.
Yeah.
I know my father my whole life to be always jolly and to really like you never really see him have a down day. You know what I mean? And to see him like staggering, walking around the house like weekend can't walk, but that put a hole in my heart. Boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and
But he also was a healthy person too.
yeah, you understand? He was always
Yeah.
health conscious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never don't drink and don't smoke either.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So these things, yeah, it really tough, especially to lose your pillar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was my backbone, man. That was my sorry about
There is no
Yeah,
problem,
yeah,
man. It's no problem.
yeah, that was my backbone, boy. That was my everything, boy.
I could imagine. I could
Yeah.
imagine. I think everybody would feel the same exact way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough. I wouldn't wish that my worst enemy, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one unfortunate part about life too.
Yeah.
Like
And to me, like, I know when your father told you on the phone, like, yeah, just do what you have to do.
Yeah,
That is, yeah.
that-
Although
listen,
you're honest, but at the same time, it just,
in his state,
yeah.
he ain't thinking on himself. You know?
No, imagine
Thinking on
that.
you.
That's a different kind of mentality.
Yep.
It-
Yeah,
God.
that would have hit me hard too.
Yeah,
That would have.
this ain't ready to give up. If I had to come back,
Imagine now.
listen, if I had to come back home and clean the road, I'll come back.
Mhm.
Tell you.
Take your time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
I know if he was here looking back, he would be so proud of you.
That is
So,
for
so
sure.
proud of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
That is for sure.
Because, what happened, no, and late nights, late nights, hall studying late, getting up early, got traveling cold, and
Yep.
hail, no matter what, you gotta go get a degree.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you see you putting all that work in there, especially for him,
Yeah. I think that the at least the I mean, he ain't really have a positive, but at least he got to see you
Yeah, he does
complete, finish.
Yeah.
So I would believe he was at least at peace with that.
Yes,
was.
I
That he
strongly
leave you
believe
in
that.
a,
Yeah.
he like, okay, at least I leave him in a good state.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
And talking about your father, how was, now you say he was your pillar,
Yeah.
but then do you think that now the roles change now? Because your
Yeah.
mother could have count on your father,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
you're
So
there,
now- yeah,
so.
Yeah, so now, I hear now, so now I just trying to take care of the family the best
Yeah.
of my ability,
Yeah.
Of course, you want on pension, so you're trying to give her the best life
Yeah.
possible.
exactly.
But of course, you're gonna end up with hiccups in life, you're gonna make mistakes and
Yeah.
stuff like that, so, but,
Yeah.
I try my best to take care of my parents, or my mother, to
Yeah.
the best of my ability, because, she up in age too,
Yeah.
and it's hard to say, but, if God permits it, leave her live, but if she has to go, she has to go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality of life.
Yeah.
So you think that situation teaches you what did it teach you from losing your father? Let me ask.
Life is just unexpected. I want to say unfair, because you always got somebody in a worse situation than you. I just say God won't put nothing on the body that it can't bear, nothing that it cannot bear.
Mhm.
So this is just my cross that I have to bear.
Wow.
Losing my father, so I just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
I can't be sulking. Even said when he passed away, I just used to it was so weird, because I just used to sleep, because you want to see your father so bad, but you should dream about him a lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I just used to sleep just to see him.
Yeah.
You understand? Just to see him in your dreams. At least that you could get.
Yeah.
So I just used to just sleep a lot from work. I come home, I sleep.
Yeah.
My mother said,
Because your mind on him so much that
it's
he
so
coming
much,
back.
but it was rough, and it was tough. It was a tough time, but especially it's still tough, but now it's nowadays sometimes now I sit at home and I think on it, I just cry a little bit, but
Of course.
but for right now it just gotta push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you say that sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would you say that was the reason you returned home?
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
main reason. That was the main reason I returned home. I wasn't coming back right now, because in Holland you got an opportunity.
Yeah.
You got a big experience.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And come back here. I mean, of course you want to come back home and render care to your island, to your people. Because I get a lot of when people come to the lab, they see you,
Yeah.
at home, and everybody see you and say, boy,
I
you
know.
should teach him school, you should change
Yeah.
that. Change that papa, now you take him out.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Tease them here and there.
Yeah.
But it's a good feeling, to know that they still people out there that just, love to see the success.
Yeah.
And also your own.
Exactly.
Everyone can, can feel connected to you.
Exactly.
So-
And it for me was just to give the most accurate and precise results possible for my patient.
Yeah.
When it comes to my job, I don't joke around at all. I don't
Yeah.
make no jokes in there. I want to give the best care possible.
Exactly. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
I got to,
So I have a question now.
Sure.
You have people who does who's scared of a needle,
Yeah.
and you have to take the blood test.
Yeah.
How do you handle those patients, those
Well,
clients?
first, I was always asking him if he ever pass out from a needle. Because if you pass out, then you're going to have a problem. But yeah, I was always asking if you're scared of needle or if you pass out. Let's get in some tips. We always have alcohol there because when you smell alcohol, you'll wake back up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why we have the alcohol pads there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we just put on the tourniquet. Sometimes you tell them if you can't watch it, just don't look, just turn off.
Yeah.
Tell them just like a mosquito bite. Yeah, another mosquito bite. Yeah, another mosquito bite, but just don't see the needle. Just I say, you want me to count down and say, no, just stick. Those kind of things that make money.
Yeah.
You have fun with the patients.
Yeah.
And that has made them feel comfortable too.
Correct. Because we can make a little joke here and there with them, it loosens the tension.
Exactly.
The thing is, like, when we take your blood too, you don't want to be too tense.
No.
Because when you're too tense, your body creates what we call lactic acid. When you're working out and stuff like that, your body tense.
Yeah.
With lactic acid. And you don't want the lactic acid to get in the blood because it could interfere with my test results.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So they have certain, even if the order of the tubes
Yeah.
have to be in a particular order because of cross contamination. So
Oh,
even
wow, I
down
learned
to
something
the,
today.
Yeah.
even down to the tubes when you're taking blood, and people thinking, the testing is the most important. No, is the pre and post analysis is the most important parts of the lab.
Yeah, I didn't hear me, nothing. I don't know nothing about that.
So the way
Yeah.
how you
So
are does
the-
have an effect on.
Exactly.
So then that's why people are saying, oh, you're stressing too much.
Yeah, correct.
So when you stress,
Yeah,
it can have an
it
effect
can
on.
have effect. Yeah. Even stuff like if you, like when you put on the tourniquet, right?
Yeah.
Your electrolytes, like your kalium.
Yeah.
When you put on the tourniquet too tight, the blood when you're taking the blood and you leave the tourniquet on, the blood goes, the cells gonna start to break.
Yeah.
The red blood cells gonna start to break.
Yeah.
So what has happened when we spit in the blood, for it's like when you take your blood, you get a tube, you get a whole blood, right?
Yeah.
But what we just mostly test is the plasma or
Yeah.
the plasma or the serum in the blood. That's basically the alpha stuffer. So the waste from the cell is what you're testing.
Yeah.
So what your cells are giving off is what we actually testing in the lab.
The
So
waste.
once you spin it down, you see that like a golden kind of thing. That's your serum. So that's when you spin your cells. Everything have weight.
Yeah.
So your white blood cells, your red blood cells have a different weight. Your platelets got a different weight.
Yeah.
So when you spin them down at a certain amount of RPMs per minute,
Yeah.
the cells are going to separate, and the plasma from inside the cell go and separate and go to the top, and all the rest cells will sink to the bottom.
So the ones on the bottom is what you all.
No, the ones at the
No?
top.
Oh.
As well,
Yeah,
yeah.
because when the probe go into the machine,
Yeah.
it will suck maybe a milliliter, maybe
Yeah.
even less,
Uh-huh.
and then it will suck it up, or 0.5 milliliters,
Yeah.
and then it will suck it up, and then it will run the test with it,
Mhm.
with our name. So what was saying now, like, sorry, I didn't.
You're waiting for me.
Sorry. But like if the tourniquet too tight,
Yeah.
you will measure the blood because when we have the blood, and if it's when you spin it down, remember I tell you it's supposed to be yellow, but
Yeah.
if it's red now, it could interfere with my test.
Yeah.
Because that's what you call is it gonna get your blood hemolytic,
Mhm.
meaning that all the red blood cells basically ain't spin properly.
Yeah.
So some of the red blood cells leak out in the plasma,
Yeah.
which you don't want because it could
Okay.
affect with your kalium.
Uh-huh.
Because when your kalium high, that ain't good for your heart.
Okay, I was
Okay.
just going to ask.
Yeah, when your kalium high is not good for your heart. That's what it does. Actually, when you're in a heart transplant,
Yeah.
or you have to work on your heart.
Yeah.
This kalium is what it does, pump in your body to stop the heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you do surgery and stuff like that,
Yeah.
this kalium that is used to stop the heart cell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
When you learn, so the way you talk,
yeah.
I could already know it. It's something that you love, and I could tell
You
you.
could hear the
yeah.
Yeah.
Passionate about it.
It's amazing, man. Like, just to see how your body does. Listen, people don't understand how remarkable your body is designed,
Yeah.
Like, your body, you just put your body through so much suffering and
Yeah.
pain, and it's still managing to fix itself. And,
Yep.
and to fix that problem, it will break the next problem. Just to it gonna leave one problem less to fix another problem that more important.
Yeah.
Say your body is remarkably resilient, man.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
A question. Maybe one more question.
Mhm.
The minus the situation that you went through,
Mhm.
where do you prefer working? Is it here or is it in the Netherlands?
Well, right now, sad to say, but I leaving to go back to the Netherlands.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I get a better job opportunity there.
Uh-huh.
But basically, it's a financial move, basically,
Yeah.
because you know.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wish here could have been more. You know, but that's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I can't handle
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Government and all that.
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
see what they could do with the salary scaling, you know, because it just
So the
kinda-
process is too long and.
Yeah, it ain't only.
No, I think the
process,
finance really-
Yeah, like the scaling system is just.
Oh, the scaling system
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
Okay.
it ain't where it's supposed to be, you know, and ain't nothing much nobody could do about it but the Dutch, you know, so they gotta
Yeah.
come and check that, you know, see what's going on because, like, yeah, I understand they also funding us as well, so they have a little
Yeah.
say, of course, you know, which I understand, but, you know, I can, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things because, for example, with anything, with teaching, with anything, you're gonna get paid more
Yeah,
in the Netherlands than here. So
exactly.
you're kind of going to lose your own
Yeah, that is it.
people.
Because you have to make things so hard. When you move here to the island, it hard to get stuff already.
Exactly.
It's already an inconvenience.
Yep.
Yes.
No, at least bump the salary up.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me at least if I lose out on
Yeah.
those conveniences, at least I got that
Yeah.
salary, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, but
But more expensive too.
that is it.
Yeah, it's more expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Other things
Exactly.
have to
Especially
be
food.
imported.
Yeah.
and
Everything
all
have
that.
to be imported.
When you're ordering clothes, you can't
Yeah.
just go. a lot
No,
of the-
listen.
yeah.
So technically, we salary supposed to be higher.
Exactly. That everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
everything
Yep.
imported.
Yep.
We have no factory here to say,
No,
oh, it gets
exactly.
made here.
Everything imported. I think almost like 80-95% of our stuff imported.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
even maybe
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff
A
imported.
lot. You
Yeah.
understand? So I just feel that it could be a little better, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we could only say so. But
Exactly.
Jobs gotta make that decision.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because, you know, you grew up here. It would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, if the salary was more of a.
Yeah, of course.
The finances were better,
I
I
would
should
stay my
say.
eye closed.
Then-
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that wouldn't be a problem at all.
But at some certain part of your life, you have to think about yourself.
Yeah, is it?
And you have to do
exactly
for you.
Yeah.
Correct.
You have one life to live.
Yeah. And and I just like I gave a lot of like I gave 4 years of my service here
Yeah.
on the island, you know, looking out for my
Yeah.
patients and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But for me, like I gotta look out for me now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't give you wrong at all.
Some people would say they will do something over passion and
Mhm.
they won't worry about the pay.
Yeah.
But you also have others who who disagree and say,
Yeah.
no, I have to get a good enough salary for me to produce
Yep.
and carry out the job
Correct.
that you want me to carry out.
Correct.
So how was your stance on that?
It depends on your circumstance.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, I gotta take care of my mother.
Mhm.
You understand? Although she getting her pension and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, she really had how you say, upscale job.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so her pension ain't really all that much.
Yeah.
You know, so for me it's basically financially, and of course when I'm up there, the healthcare better for her. So if something were to happen to her,
Yeah.
you know, God forbid, I could always fly her up.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And get her, you know, the care that she needs. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
If possible. So that's mostly my main reason. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I move it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you say it perfectly because like you say, your circumstances.
Yeah, because to be honest, like if money wasn't something that you needed to survive, like I would have done the job for free.
Yeah.
Pay me, God,
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that ain't the case, so
That ain't
That's
the
not
gotta-
the case, so-
you gotta do what you
I
gotta
mean,
do.
I know the
Exactly.
community overall going to miss you for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
I know a lot of people been in my ear about it, like why I know where you're going, but still won't take my
Oh,
blood.
well, thinking about what
Yeah, So yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you think that's why a lot of people from the island don't want to come, don't really kill themselves to come back here either? Because probably in Holland they're doing way better than they're doing down here.
Yep. Is the quality of life better up there,
Yeah.
you know, and for them to give up that, to come down here, you know, to struggle
Yeah,
basically. You
exactly.
know, it wouldn't make much sense for them, you know.
Yeah.
So they got to see what they could do to change that, you know, because we have a lot of bright minds out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Statia has a lot of talent.
Exactly.
You have a
It's
lot.
just putting it together.
Exactly. You know, and you have to have the facilities to house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you come back, because you got people studying masters and doctorates. When you come down there, oh, we cannot pay you.
Yeah. How can we
Exactly.
you to overqualified.
Yo, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's
So
rough.
it's something, okay, oh, you don't have that qualifications, and then it's the next, or you overqualified.
Yeah.
And then the scale overall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think you really have to do something about it because eventually at a certain point it's only gonna get worse.
That is it.
Yeah.
It's,
Were you involved in the strike? I know. I think earlier down in the year they had the nurses.
The
That
nurses and
I think it was something about uniform.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
only about uniform, or it was
No,
about
it's-
the.
It was about other things too,
Yeah.
but we'll stick to the uniform. We'll stick to the uniform.
you get media training, you get media
Confidentiality.
Yeah. Which understandable, totally understandable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
It's fine. Don't worry, it's fine.
I got ain't really is it really a question. One last thing I want to go over you. If seeing that your life was such, you had a lot of ups and downs, you had a lot of positive stuff happen. I used to ask this question, and I chose not to ask it in a lot of podcasts I did before, because I say I ain't gonna ask it every episode. But seeing the conversation we had, if your life was a book, what would you think the title of the book would be?
That's a good question. That's a good question, boy. Persevere.
Persevere.
Simple.
That's a big word. And why persevere?
Because that's whatever life throws at you. Man, life. A lot of people say like life is a game, but it's much more than that. You know, life gonna throw some curveballs at you and put some punches on you. You're gonna have to take them and roll with them.
Exactly.
You know, so you just gotta persevere, and push through the struggles and the tribulations. You know.
You can't end
You
it no
say-
better than
you
that.
say- You say perfect,
Yeah.
because that's really what life is about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like sometimes growing up, I used to be like, I can't wait till I get older.
Yeah.
You know?
And
And then when you become an adult, it's like, wait, this ain't what
Yeah.
I'm imagining. You know, that is like,
Yeah,
land
yeah.
of the free.
Yeah.
But
and the thing is to just treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly.
Because you never know where you're gonna need a person. It doesn't matter
Sure.
who it is.
Yep.
Always treat people with the utmost respect.
Exactly.
Because you don't know what you tell them that day.
Yeah.
That could be that tipping point for them, and they just leg loose on you. But
Exactly.
they just smile, or how you doing,
Exactly.
Really brighten the day a little bit,
use a perfect example for that.
Exactly.
I just try not to leave people be see my downside.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to put that energy on you.
Yeah.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
understand? So I
exactly.
just try
It
to
weighs
keep-
heavy on you.
Yeah, and then of course you talk to people about these kind of things, and that's the next thing what a lot of people here should do, and what I realize, and I want to really touch on it, is a lot of people here resort to alcohol, and they're talking about the issues.
Yeah.
You're not going crazy if you see a therapist.
Exactly.
It's not
Exactly.
crazy to see a therapist, especially us as men. We think this
Yep.
is taboo. They say you need to talk to somebody, you need some guidance. Alcohol is not gonna do it for you. I promise.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you said that. It was going to be one of the questions, but I'm glad you touched it already.
Yeah. Because I see it here a lot. Here we don't have a lot of outlets,
Yeah.
which I understand, but you have to find if you
But
want
what you
an
say,
option,
people are afraid because the island is so close knit.
that's the problem. Because especially for me, especially for me working at Lab, the island small,
Yeah.
and I just get, the island small, and it's it kind of not weird, but like it's how am I say? Like where the island so small,
Yeah.
like you tend to really know, like especially for me as a young person working in a lab,
Yeah.
like I gotta really like be tight knit. Like
Yeah.
you can't, don't mention nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
Whatever you see.
Because you know so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I treat people the same way all the time. I keep it consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a for example, you test somebody positive for STD,
Yeah.
STI.
Yeah.
You understand? You see that person and you're like, oof, boy, you want to,
Yeah.
be professional.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
understand?
Exactly.
Because you're the first one to see those results.
Yeah.
And you have to go to the doctor. I'm glad the doctor is the one to bring it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But it does, it breaks your heart too, because these STDs and these STDs really have an effect on your body.
Yeah.
They really do. And I would just advise people, just protect yourself and
Yeah.
be faithful. Don't be, sleeping around and stuff like that, because it really do hampers your body when like if you get all the time, and although they have medication for like the gonorrhea and the chlamydia, but let me see if you get like herpes or
Yeah.
HIV
That's it.
and those, your life done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say your life done, but it hampers you in a way
Yeah.
that you can't really be your
Has
full
an effect
self.
on
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
understand? So
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Let's say we touch on a lot of topics, and
Yeah.
also I like that you touch also on the health aspect, and
Yeah.
you also was able to give a word out there. So I really appreciate.
Yeah, and I'm happy that you open up. You was willing to speak. The podcast is, we want to talk, like I said, we mentioned in the one before, nobody see it yet, but we mentioned in general that we want to just hear the average person story.
Yes.
So we thank you very much for
Yeah.
being willing to share that. And
And we wish you a lot of success
exactly.
on your next chapter of life.
yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes. Thank you. I'm gonna need
Yeah.
it there.
Everything gonna be fine. Everything gonna run smooth.
Yeah.
And we send messages to check up on you now and then and that type of stuff. But
Yeah.
we happy that
Stay tuned.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We could all fall up. You never know.
Yeah. I always open,
Yeah.
I know it was always open.
Yeah.
It could be a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Like I said on Jackie Imagery, capture the moment, watch forever.
Can I share one quote?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's fine.
The quote says, let me see if I can find it.
Finance really nice to it.
Yeah.
The quote says, "My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a fair opponent in any realm of human endeavor."
Can you repeat it one more time?
So it says, "My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a fair opponent in any realm of human endeavor."
Okay. Can you explain it to them?
Meaning that you're perspicacious enough, so you have the awareness to see wrong, or to see how am I say, you have the awareness to see you have awareness to see like evil and bad mind people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You understand? And you have the indefatigability, meaning that you don't get tired, you keep pushing
Exactly.
through
Yeah.
the struggles,
Yeah.
regardless in human endeavor, meaning life.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we leave that with the people there. That's a real good quote.
Yeah.
And we thank everybody for watching.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bless.